friends. Inviting friends. Okay, so how is everybody doing? My name is Marco, of course, back after 8 months of hiatus. Let's see. We're going to wait a couple of minutes, okay, you guys? We're going to get going. Open forum tonight. Just going to talk about a bunch of things in general. Hello, everybody. Just going to wait a couple of minutes, okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Microphone is okay? Hey, Tony, thank you. Thank you so much. It's been a while, eh? 8 months. 8 months. Can you guys hear me okay? Microphone volume, everything is okay? All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Just going to wait a couple of minutes. In the meantime, if you guys want to talk about anything in particular. Hey, Tammy, thank you for joining us. Matt. Jesse, thank you for joining us. Tiffany, Alan, Joe, Carolyn, thank you for joining us. Catherine. So if you guys want to talk about anything in particular, any questions, any topics, tonight is mostly a meet and greet again. Like I says, after 8 months, you're going to get this weekly forums going again. Thank you for joining us, Carolyn, Dawn, Emmett, Rebecca, thank you for joining us. Any topics in particular you'd like to cover? We're going to do our best, you guys. I also want to show you the new book coming out. It's not out yet. I just made about 10 copies just to see what it will look like. But it's all finished. Just reviewing it one last time. It looks gorgeous, I think. Let me know what you think, you guys. I mean, the cover feels like velvet. It's a dark maroon, almost like an espresso color. Of course, I love espresso, so but it is ready now, and it's going to get published as soon as possible. This is my third book, of course. What do you guys think? Do you like it? You like the way it looks? Let me know. Probably going to use yellow or beige paper inside. I think it will look better with the maroon cover, other than white. And yeah, let me know what you think. If you like it, should I change anything? Do you like the title? There you go. That's the title. Any topics in particular you would like to discuss? Any questions? Let me know, you guys. We'll do our best, of course, as always. Albertino, come stai? Nata Corleone. Wow. Same here. Anch'io. Lupita, thank you for coming back. Long time we don't talk. Dawn, thank you. Oh, you like the tree, Dawn? You like the tree? Thank you. I I've been using the tree in all 3 books, actually. The reason being, the reason why I pick a tree as a logo is because Seth, my spirit guide, long time ago, when we first started talking, he says, we're part of the same family of consciousness. And he says, I'm the trunk, you guys are my branches. And he says, apparently there are 2,000 of us on planet Earth at this very moment, whom is in touch with, and he communicates through. So he says, together we form the tree. He says, I'm the trunk, you guys are my branches. So that's why I adopted the tree as a logo, and been using it ever since. It gives me a sense of peace, a sense of, I don't know, it makes me feel good when I look at it. Thank you so much. Nancy, thank you for joining us. Susan, how are you? How are you, Susan? So Susan actually read the manuscript. She read the whole thing in PDF format. She says she liked it. She says it was very good. Thank you, Susan, for doing that. Much appreciated. Did you have any questions, Susan, after you read the book? Is there anything that I need to change or add or take out? Or you said that it answered most of your questions, so I'm glad it did that. Non sono tuo cugino, Maria Grazia, con lei? Oh, Maria Grazia, come stai? Thank you, you guys. Thank you. So what should we talk about tonight? Tonight is, as I said, 8 months. 8 months I haven't done the seminars after the accident I had. Hey, Susan, love you too, sister. How are you? Thank you so much. 8 months, you guys. So December 1st, 2018. I don't want to bring up negative things, but I am sitting at this red lights here in Calgary, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and this woman just bang, like full speed. I don't know. She was looking at the phone. I have no idea. All I know is I passed out, and I don't know. Went to the hospital, and big buzz in my head, and they said I had a concussion and everything. So, I was out of commission for several months and still got the sound in my head. They call it tinnitus or tinnitus, but it's not a regular age-related tinnitus, because it started the day after or 2 days after the accident. Something got the sound receptors inside the ear somehow got crossed. So now they play a note by themselves, like if I have a hissing sound inside my head. But anyways, let's leave negative things aside. One positive thing that come out of this accident, I actually feel much more relaxed now. I don't know, I slowed down. I'm not, concerned about anything anymore, or I just take it easy and do the best I can and write my book and play my music and, help as many people as I can. And I don't know, in a way, it was a blessing. I'm sorry I didn't shave today. Oh my God, I look like, whew. All right. Susan, it was perfect, and I hope everyone can read it. Thank you so much, Susan. Thank you. You can tell it was a lot of work, Susan, 25 years of work. I mean, this is the culmination of everything I've learned throughout all this journey with Seth and all the thousands of people I've talked to on the subject. And so I mean, the last one went #1, the one before this. So this one here, in my opinion, it's better because 2.5 years later and more experience, more in-depth, because I myself learn more and more every day. It's like type of subject you never stop learning about, so I understand it better. I feel more comfortable with it, I don't fight it anymore. I understand it as a way of life. I accept it as a way of life. So, yeah. So is there anything, you guys, your book looks great. Thank you so much, Don. Thank you, Don. I used to have, oh, you used to have tinnitus. It went away. Wow. How did you do it? How did you do it? You need to tell me how you did this, Don. How did you get rid of it? I mean, I'm not stressed as far as I know. Doctor says it's a combination of stress but it seems to be something got pushed together. They say there is like a keyboard, some notes, like an octave. And apparently these microscopic hair receptors vibrate with the normal sound. And they said with the concussion, a couple of these receptors, or 2 or 3, got crossed together, and now they make sound by themselves. Even at night when there is no noise, I always hear it. I hope I can get rid of it somehow, or it goes away spontaneously by itself. I mean, I almost get used to it, to be honest with you. It's like, what are you going to do? I mean, the first 3 months, it was driving me crazy because I was trying to get rid of it. I was trying to fight it. I was trying to find some kind of a relief because it's very loud. But, hey, James, hey, buddy, long time no see, eh? But, you guys, I learned that, everything happens for a reason. And I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I almost got used to it. And I don't know. Maybe if it goes away, I'll miss it. I don't know. I'm not sure. This is stupid, but sounds stupid, but it almost, the best way I can describe it is, when you listen to white noise to fall asleep, and it's good for you, right? Like either the wind or water or rain. Well, it's the same thing, There's this zzz, that's what it sounds like, always there. So in a way, believe it or not, it bothers me during the day because it's in between me and who I'm talking to. But at night, believe it or not, I think it helps me sleep better. It's like a white noise, right? So I am not going to fight it. I'm not going to worry about it. I just going to, okay, I bless it. I thank it for it. I am grateful. And we keep on going. They give us lemon. We make the best lemonade. What are you going to do? I mean, there's nothing we can do. So we bless it, and we become thankful for it. All right. So James, buddy, we should go for coffee one of these days. Thank you, Susan. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really don't know for sure. I learned the reflexology, and every health issue I had went away. Wow. I'm going to do some research about it. Thank you, Don. So you guys, any particular subject, other than, of course, getting reacquainted after 8 months, I really apologize for, we missed a lot of, I missed you guys a lot, to be honest, Is there anything in particular, any questions you guys would like to address? Oh, my son just joined us. Hey, Marky. Marky, what do you think of the book? This is it hasn't been published yet, but this is what's going to look like, the new one. I really like the way it feels. It feels like velvet. And I don't know, it makes me feel really relaxed and at peace. I love it. Of course, when you put 25 years of work in it, you better love it. Taylor, thank you for joining us. So what should we talk about, you guys? Any topic, anything goes, anything goes. I mean, we ain't going to talk about cars or boats, but, anything spirituality related. Thank you, Marky. Thank you. So, James, what have you been up to, buddy? Pick a chapter from your book, Don. Okay, well, let's see. You know what? Actually, I was thinking about that, Don. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to read you the chapters, the index, you guys. I'm going to read you the indexes. So it starts with acknowledgement, of course, then an author's note, meaning a little blurb about, basically it describes that we're normally used to think of a constant battle in the heavens between good and evil, and we are accustomed to think that there is this war going on between God and the devil, or good and evil, whatever you want to call it. I came to realize it's actually one and the same. If everything was good, then good wouldn't know how good it is. It needs contrast. It needs to know how good it can be and how bad it can be, the ugliest it can get. So that is how God, I call it all that is, knows its full gamut, its full extent of its probabilities, possibilities, experiences. I mean, if everybody goes around just smiling all day long, we wouldn't know how good we have it. So that is the author's notes. Then there is an introduction or a foreword by my friend Michael Simon. It was about two or three pages, really, really good. Thank you, Taylor. So that is his experience with this book and his experience with spirituality. Then, of course, the preface meaning an introduction to the book. And then there's a chapter about me, of course, about my history, about my accident as a child, how this whole thing started. Then, of course, there's a whole chapter, 15 pages or so, about Seth, my spirit guide. Seth never got a hold of me. This book would not exist. I would be a totally different person. So it is because of him that this book and this material exist. Then the next chapter, of course, the title is A Terrible Accident. Again, I don't want to bring negative things up, but this whole experience of mine started from that accident when I died and came back. And then 2 or 3 years after that, I started receiving or getting these messages from Seth. He started visiting in my dreams. They weren't dreams, but I guess that's the best way I can call them. The next chapter would be a brief history of us. In other words, it goes back into our primitive times to try and extrapolate where our present belief systems could have originated from the caveman, witnessing all kinds of earthquakes and rain and thunder and lightning and wild animals and killings, trying to place ourselves in their place, in their shoes, and how could we have interpreted all that, all these things going on around us, right? So I believe that probably what must have happened is they must have imagined a being of some sort somewhere up there where it could control everything from. And of course, if you're a man, if you only see men and women, and of course you understand you're the smartest animal around to a certain extent, the only thing you can come up with is a bigger, smarter man that controls everything. You're not going to think a dinosaur is creating everything, of course, because you know you're smarter than the dinosaurs. You know that you're smarter than the lions and the giraffe and the elephants, because you can outwit them each and every time. So if you're a primitive man and you're trying to give credit to whomever is creating all of this around you, and you as well, the only thing you can come up with your limited information at the time is, well, there must be a giant flying man, of course, somewhere up on a cloud or high on a mountain. As a matter of fact, even the Greeks and the Romans, I mean, way, way removed from the primitive time. We're talking a couple of thousand years ago. The Greeks and the Romans thought there were gods on top of Mount Olympus, Mount Olympus, Zeus, and so on and so forth. So they could not ever imagine that there is a spirit, a larger spirit that encompasses everything, including them and the mountains, including us and the mountains. They could only extrapolate a larger, more powerful, gigantic being sitting on a mountain, throwing lightning and thunder down onto them. So you see, guys, that's how religions must have originated, because from them, of course, this idea of control and punishment, behave or else, it continued for thousands of years until some smart individuals, quotes, some smart individuals must figure out, okay, well, maybe we can take advantage of this system. If people are afraid of punishment, maybe we can use it to make some money. I mean, think about it. Behave or else, because I'm speaking for Zeus, I'm speaking for whomever you want to call it. So it doesn't take Einstein to understand that that is probably how most religions must have originated, or, I mean, there is really no other way. What concerns me is that we still do it today, never mind 2,000 years ago, or 1,000 or 10,000 years ago. You guys, we're still doing the same thing today. We go to a place of worship, we bring $50 to pay for perceived sins. We're told that we're a bunch of sinners all the time. So what do? We go to our place of worship, we give them $50 or $10, $20, whatever, and we are cleansed. We are cleansed. Now, what happens if you don't give them any money? Well, you might still be cleansed, but probably not as clean. So it is best if you give them money. And of course, they make you believe that the more money, the more cleansed you're going to be. So, I mean, it's up to you guys. I'm not going to say, each one of us, we're free to do whatever we wish, of course. But what really puzzles me and what really surprises me is that we're still doing it. Think about it, you guys. We got computers. We have jet fighters. We have airplanes. We have incredible technology. We have Tesla, electrical self-driving vehicles, and we are still believing that we must pay for our sins or else. Please, you guys, think about that. So that was a brief history of us. The next chapter, this is my favorite chapter. When you laugh, all that is laughs. Because you guys, all that is you. All that is in you. Therefore, you are part of it. So when you laugh, it laughs. When you cry, it cries. So in other words, all that is experiences through us, each one of us. Every ant, every blade of grass, every bird in the sky, every mountain, every tree is all that is. Nothing is outside. Nothing is outside. There is no outside. It's not that it is or he is up on a cloud or on a mountain and we are outside, external from God. All that is the glue, the system. It's not a man. All that is all men and all women and all animals. It's the essence. The primary ingredient is the energy by which everything is made of. So you see, this is what puzzles me. I mean, if you talk to any preacher, they'll tell you that God is in everything and he knows everything. But then you ask him, so does that mean that I am inside God? Oh no, are you kidding me? Ooh, don't even talk about it. You're a sinner. How can you ever be inside God? But wait a minute, you just said that God is in everything and God is everything. So if he is everything and in everything, why am I not also in it. Why? Because you're a sinner. See, anyways, you guys, again, these are conversations that I could have understood 10,000 years ago. Today, I don't even waste my time. When somebody talks to me like that, I just bless them and I thank them, and I just end it right there, because there is no point. There is no point in having, because you end up in an argument, because of course, if the other party does not relate to the idea that God is everything, then you're just going to end up in an argument. So it's best to just leave it at that. Those who are ready understand without having to say anything, you guys. So the next chapter after that, it's called The Bang That Never Banged. As you know, our scientists are, the best theory going is the Big Bang. So the only problem is you tell them what was there before the bang, or what caused the bang to bang in the first place. They haven't got a clue. And I'm telling you guys, just go on the NASA website and their description, this is the best scientists on the planet. Their description of the Big Bang it's simply that. And there was a primordial explosion, a humongous bang from where everything spawned and everything formed, the primordial bacteria in the sea and the amoeba and so on and so forth. But ask them what caused the Big Bang, or what was there before, not a clue. So this book, of course, with help from Seth, with Seth's explanation, addresses that point. And those who have read it, it makes sense. So the next chapter, the meeting. The meeting is basically when Seth started contacting me, and everything started from my sharing the information between Seth and I. The next chapter after that, chapter 6, it's called We Dream Dreams, the Dream of Us. We dream dreams, the dream of us. Think about it. We go to sleep every night, and we wake up in the morning. Exactly, Don. You got it. So we wake up in the morning and say, oh, I had a dream. Wow. And of course, 5 minutes later, it just disappears. Well, think about it, you guys. What if these are not dreams? What if you, the soul, because you are the soul, you're not the body. The body is the vehicle you're using to exist on planet Earth, but you are the intelligence, the spirit that never dies. The body dies, not the soul. So when your body is resting at night, what are you going to do? You're going to just sit next to it and wait for it to wake up in the morning? No, you're going to go somewhere else. You're going to go somewhere else on another level, where another of your extensions, another of your vehicles, whether it's a body or something else, is functioning, is not sleeping. So now when you come back here, of course, in the morning, you're going to remember for a couple of minutes, because you just came back. You still one foot here, 1 foot there, sort of deal. But then, of course, you regain full focus here again, and it just disappears. And it very rarely you remember. By noon, you don't remember what you dreamt that same night. And the thing is, we dream every single night. Now, two interesting things about this point. Number one, though I don't remember any of my dreams for more than a half an hour at best, all sessions I had with Seth, hundreds of them, this is from my early 20s up to my mid-30s, this went on. I remember each and every one of them in full detail. That's how I know these were not dreams. These were a different type of meeting. They happened in an in-between stage. I mean, I went to sleep, same as normal, and then all of a sudden I would be projected into this, normally a classroom. So the difference is that while in a dream, you are not aware that your body is sleeping here. You simply are in a dream. These sessions instead, I was fully aware. I was fully conscious. I knew that I had a body waiting for me here. It was like almost if you go on vacation and you know you have a house waiting for you to go back to. So these were not dreams. I am not sure what I can call them. I call them sessions. But these were not dreams. The other point I want to make about dreams, think about this. When you go to sleep there at night, in that dream, well, could it be possible that perhaps you're dreaming about this life? Think about it. Because that part of you in that dream must go to sleep sooner or later. I'm not sure what type of sleep is there, because these are different levels. I'm not sure even if we sleep there, but perhaps if we do, we must be dreaming of this side as well. So you see, everything is interconnected. So our doctors, of course, not knowing the full story, they call them dreams. They call them something our brain manufactures, but then you open a dissect the brain and there are no dreams inside. So it's all good. One of these days, sooner or later, we're going to come full circle and we're going to understand what's really going on. The next chapter is called The Greater Design. The Greater Design meaning, what's this all about? The purpose. From there, we go to the UFO chapter. I mean, I wrote a whole chapter about UFOs. Because, of course, if any of us thinks that we're the only beings in the universe, I got news for you. We are not. We're just not. If I wake up around 9 a.m., then Mark is asking, if I wake up around 9 a.m., then fall back asleep until 11 a.m. I always remember my dream first. Oh, wow. Interesting, Marky. Yeah. Yeah, but really the next day you don't really remember anymore, right? Unless it's something that really, really significant, right? But the thing is, these sessions I had with Seth, even today, 20, 25 years later, I remember each and every one of them in full detail. Like it's like a movie, like you watch a movie and you never forget, you know? So the UFO paradox, of course, the book wouldn't be complete without it. Although I do not compare UFOs with spirituality, but you see, you guys, spirituality is not religion. Religion is just a man-made, what you might call it, a man-made, manufactured something just to cope with things we did not understand, and at the same time, let's be honest, take advantage of people, of the less informed. But the reason why I include UFOs in a spiritual book, because to me, spirituality is not religion. Spirituality is finding the source, has nothing to do with religion. God does not profess or promote or prefer any religion. Anytime anybody asks me, Marco, what religion are you? My answer is very simple. You tell me what religion is God, and that's the answer. Simple. So, not only UFOs and extraterrestrials are part of our universe, hence part of God, because God didn't want to just experience us. I mean, why create such a huge universe? Thank you, Don. Thank you. Why create such a huge, humongous universe and then put people only about on one planet? Think about it. If you're God and you want to experience as much as possible, the reason is simple, because you're trying to understand yourself. You see, guys, this is where everything starts from. God, all that is, needs to know itself. Let's be honest. Let's say just say it the way it is. The truth of the matter is, it doesn't know where it came from. It doesn't know who made it. It doesn't know its origin. It doesn't know if it has any brothers or sisters or a bigger creator even. So how does he find out? By experimenting within the tools that it has available. And so if you're it, are you going to just do one thing at a time? No, of course not. You're going to use your full powers. Because the more you experience, the more you're going to learn, the more you're going to know yourself, the more you're going to know your origins, what you're all about, which is the full extent of your probabilities. So of course you're going to create many races. You're not going to create just one people on one planet. Why make a zillion planets? And then, but not only a zillion planets, you guys, because you see, the universe is not just this universe, the visible material universe. This is just one channel, you guys. This, our universe, when we look up the sky at night and we use our telescopes, our astronomers, this is just one level. There are many parallel universes. So, you guys, when you have a limited power, a limited raw material, why build a tiny little universe? Go all out. So same as your TV has a zillion channels, and each channel has its own programming, the universe, the entire universe has many channels, infinite. The word to remember here is infinite power, hence infinite sides, infinite levels. And in each of those levels is one universe. Now, our scientists recently are starting to introduce the idea that, well, perhaps there are parallel universes. Perhaps. Well, not to brag, you guys, but I knew that information in 1993. My original first book already had that information. There's an unlimited number of universes, and they're all intermixed with each other. So you exist here, and on the next universe, and on the next, and on the next. Why not? Why not? If it's free, and it doesn't cost you anything, and it's the more the merrier, why not? So extraterrestrials, you guys, are nothing more than beings from, not from this level, not from this channel, but from a next channel, from a sister channel. The best example I can give you is on your radio or TV, let's say channel number 100, then you switch channel 101, okay? So they're on channel 101, for instance. So the problem is not a linear distance-wise problem. It's not that they need to travel a great distance to come here. No. They need to switch channels. They need to find ways to switch channels. And they're trying, Seth says, they are trying every single day. They're trying very hard. And these things we see in the sky, mostly lights, because, so categorically speaking, this is very important. Any photos, any videos of actual UFOs you see, actual flying saucers, categorically speaking, do not waste your time. They're all made up, 100% of them. Photoshop. The only real thing that is really going on is lights. When people film lights, flying orbs, I've seen it myself, 2 of them. When you see videos on YouTube, for example, there's a very famous one of Jerusalem. There's lights shooting up from the dome, all of a sudden up in the sky. The reason why we know those are for real, because number one, they're lights. Number two is because they were filmed from 7 different angles at the same time by tourists. So you see the same lights, exactly the same, doing the exact same thing from 7 different angles from throughout the city. So I seen it myself, but they stopped in front of my truck for 30 seconds. So the reason why we see lights is because that's the only thing they can send over without putting any people in them, any beings, because the problem is that, and I explained this before, the frequency is different. So if you build an airplane here without blueprints, without raw materials, without technology, it's meant to function here on this planet, on this level, I should say. So it will work anywhere on this level, of course. But the moment you switch frequency, the moment you take that airplane and try and send it onto the next channel, Ain't gonna work. That airplane will become something else, because now it has to abide by their rules, their blueprints, their technology. So Seth says, he already told me this 1990. He says, if you were to, as an hypothesis, be able to send an airplane over onto the other channel, there is no telling what it might become over there. It might become a park bench. It might become a dog. It might become a tree, he says. Same if they send some kind of a flying disc or device over onto this side. That's why they cannot put people in them, because together with the airplane or the disc or whatever the flying saucer you want to call it, the people inside would also switch. Their molecular arrangement would totally rearrange, you guys. Hey, Gwen, how are you? Thank you for coming, Gwen. Their molecular arrangement, their body would disintegrate. So that's why they cannot put people on these so-called flying saucers. They're not flying saucers. All they are, they're two things. What we are actually seeing are two things. Either straight lights, just lights. They're pre-programmed lights, orbs. So pre-programmed, they send them over onto the side. I don't know if they take videos. I don't know if they take whatever type of multimedia. Thank you. They take, I don't know. And then, of course, they go back. You know, as you know, we've seen many, many videos of them just shooting up in the sky all of a sudden and disappearing. Well, that's where they cross over. So that's the only thing they can send. But also, they are trying, Seth says, to send unmanned vehicles, actual vehicles. And he says that these are the ones you see, those shape-shifting, kind of semi-silverish looking, metallic looking vessels that many, many pilots have seen them. They become cigar-shaped, and then they become an orb, and then they become a square or something. They're trying to penetrate. But of course, number one, it's extremely difficult. Number two, there is no one in them. Of course, the technology is not there yet. Would you have an explanation to a ball of light within a room? Of course, we can talk about that. A bright golden white light, but didn't hurt the eyes. Dawn, thank you for asking that question. These are just disembodied spirits, Dawn. There is, look, the problem with us is we watch too many scary movies. We've been told that spirits are bad, and they're here, and they, you know, spirits are there to harm us and to do us. I mean, the moment you mention a ghost, what is the first thing comes to mind? Scary movies, of course, right? So we are conditioned. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter. But the truth of the matter is, we are ghosts, you guys. We are spirits. When your body dies, you go on. You go back to your original state, and you are a ghost. So when we do see a ghost, of course, our human side, we get startled, because the first thing we think is the scary movies. But the problem is, when they see us, we appear to them as ghosts. So they probably jump as well. Think about it. They're simply beings from other channels. So if you decide, when you go back to being a soul, decide not to energize another body, and you just want to stay as a spirit, and you want to appear somewhere, well, you're going to appear as an orb. You're going to appear as a light or a semi-transparent silhouette. I've seen it. I had a ghost appearing right in front of me 3 times within a half an hour in my living room. 3 times. The first was spontaneous. The second, I didn't believe it. I said, "Can you do it again?" And she did it again. And then I still didn't believe it. Can you do it again? And she did it again. So no question, you guys. I mean, this is not even a question for me. But for some people, of course, it is. Until it happens to you, we just don't believe it. I wouldn't believe it for as much information as I was given. If I hadn't seen a ghost with my own eyes, if my son, my sister tells me, Dad, I saw a ghost, I would, I trust them, of course. But you still doubt it, because that's human nature. But you guys, the moment that happens to you, End of story. End of story. Your life changes completely. You have to reevaluate the whole thing. When two lights come out of the trees in the bush and stop in front of your truck for 30 seconds, and you're totally paralyzed, you're not able to move a single finger. When they leave and you regain control again, what are you going to do? You're not the same person again. Because one thing is seeing them in the movies, one thing is hearing other people, and you say, oh, well, okay, maybe they saw something. You know how many people have told about this? Most of them, maybe there were two headlights. I said, but headlights, usually they're one next to each other, one right and left. I never seen two headlights like this, right? So anyways, it doesn't matter, you guys. I've met people who have seen them, and there is no explanation necessary. Those of us who have seen them, we don't need no explanation. But it changes you, because now you realize that there is more to life than just this. You become a totally different person. So, Don, so these are basically disembodied spirits. Disembodied spirits. And some people see them. Now, I am told by Seth that, and this is categoric, there is never a moment in your life, never, that there is at least another 1,000 people in the same room with you. Think about it, you guys. It blew me away. Never a moment in your life that you're alone. But these people are in different channels, because there is an infinite number of channels, all at in the same place, but in a different frequency. Right now, we're immersed in an infinite number of channels. I mean, we have TV frequencies, radio frequencies, cellular phones, all going on at the same time. Thank you, you guys. Thank you so much. Thing is, we can't see them because our eyes, our ears, our brain is tuned with things, is programmed and tuned to receive and see only a limited number of these frequencies. There are sounds right now in your room. There are above and below, under your ears' capabilities, perception. But there is music going on, there is people talking, there's all kinds of things going on around you, both audio-wise, but also visually speaking, but we don't see them because, again, our eyes can only see a certain range of light. So anything above or under, we just don't see them. But think about it. So there's 1,000 people with us in the same room, and we each go about our own business. Now, once in a while, for whatever reason, two channels overlap each other. And mostly it has to do with the weather. If it rains outside, especially if it's lightning outside, thunderstorm, that's why most movies are made in, there's usually thunderstorms when most scary movies, because they know that is where you're going to see most incidences of seeing ghosts or spirits. But let's remember, you guys, they see us as ghosts, and perhaps they jump too. So it's all good. It's all normal. So one second. So you guys, it's all good. I mean, we're in good company. Thank you, Gwen. Yes, it is. Tell me about it, Gwen. I mean, I am telling you, I sometimes think, oh my God. Not only this is fantastic and huge, but also so beautiful because, I mean, look, what we are told in school by our preachers, by our TVs, by our politicians, you guys, it's not even 1% of what's going on, not even 1%. So, you know, just be grateful. Just be grateful. Just say yes. Don't worry about it. Don't waste any time watching the news. They're trying to steer you wrong direction. You know, they're designed to make you worry and just keep you wanting more. And, you know, just pay attention to what they're showing you. All they're showing is bad news and then medicinals. Buy our medicines. So first they want to make you sick, and then they sell you medicinals. And I know it's all part of the movie, you guys, but just don't waste your time. You're better off spending a half an hour meditating than watching the news. Just watch happy things. Just watch things that make you laugh, things that inform you, that make you wiser. There is all kinds of documentaries, motivational documentaries. There are kinds of nature documentaries about the universe, about animals, about all kinds of things that are going to better you. Information, you can never go wrong, but bad information, negative news, no, they generate more negative feelings inside of you. And as you know, we're magnets. The more negative information we ingest, the more negative things have to happen to us in order to mirror what we ingest. So the more good information you ingest, you process, the more good things will happen to you. It's just the way it works. I didn't make it. All that is made it. I started to understand how it works. But it's proven. Think positive, and positive things will happen around you. Think negative things, because it has to mirror. It has to make you right, because you're the boss. You're the creator of your own universe. So get this, not only there is an unlimited number of multiverses for all of us, but then each one of us has our own personal universe within this universe. Think about it. Oh my God. So you are the creator of your own universe. You are the center of your universe. And this is how I prove it to you. Isn't it true that your universe starts from you? Isn't it true that your life, that you are the center of your life? Isn't it true that everybody has to relate to you? So your universe, your person, each one of us starts from us. It's like, okay, here I am, and I am the boss of my little universe. And now this is how my husband, my wife, my son, my daughter, my sister relate to me, my boss. Everybody relates to me. Everybody has to come to me. So you see, think how powerful the system is. Not only there's a unlimited number of multiverses for everybody, but each one of us has our own universe, personal universe, and they're all intermixed and connect to one another, and we function as a unison, and we relate to each other. Think about the power available. And so you can be in the same room with another person, and if you think there is no work out there for whatever reason, and the person sitting next to you thinks there's all kinds of work out there, your universe will reflect just that. It's amazing, but that's how it works. So you go out there looking for a job or looking for whatever, and you ain't gonna find any, because in your universe, you just told yourself there is no work. And the person thinks there's all kinds of work out there. He will find a job in 2 seconds. Everywhere he goes, they're hiring people. Isn't that amazing? So why am I telling you this? Because information is power. Knowing this, if you believe it, I hope you do, then you have the power to steer your personal universe pretty much any way you want. Now, of course, you don't control everybody else's universe. So, because you see, guys, there's 2 types of universes you relate directly to. One is your personal universe, but the thing is, we have to share our universe with everybody else. So it's not that you can change the rules, they're going to affect everybody else. Because you see, the way it works, apparently, as I came to understand it, is that there are certain rules, there are for everybody, they're en masse called, like for the mass. So for example, if you break an arm, we agreed that you can't just look at it and heal it. You're going to have to go to the hospital and get a cast. Those are general rules. But then there are personal rules, and those you have power on or upon, where you can actually manipulate. Very, very simple example. If you break an arm, we all agreed that we need to go to the hospital. But if you get a headache, you don't have to go to the hospital. You can get rid of it on your own, or you can also give yourself a headache out of nothing. Now, those of us who believe you have to take a Tylenol, going to have to take a Tylenol. Those of us who believe they don't have to, they don't have to. And I'll tell you a little secret. It's my book. I have never, ever, 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 ever experienced a headache. Ever. I don't even know what they are. Simple as that. When I was a little child, my mother, daily migraines. I mean, she was just on the floor from the pain. And I went in my room. I was scared because my mother was crying every day. I dropped on my knees and I said, God, I mean, at the time I spoke to God as, my religious upbringing, of course, back in Italy. I said, God, I will never, ever get a headache. Simple as that. But I was so serious that probably what happened is it went into my bank account. Okay, you're never going to get a headache. You guys, I've never, ever in my life, I'm 58. I turned 58 3 days ago. Never in my life experienced a headache. And thank God for that, of course. So you see, you guys, is it really that simple? Can you just say, you did break your arm last time? Don. So, is it really that simple? Can you get rid of your headaches just by saying it? Do you want me to be honest with you? Do you want me to tell you my honest opinion? Or do you want me to sugarcoat it? If you ask me, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Do I believe you can? Absolutely. We know of many, many, many cases of people getting rid of their own cancer and the doctors don't know what happened. We know many cases. So if you can get rid of cancer by yourself, on your own, I'm sure you can get rid of a stupid little headache. It's as simple as that. So those are things we have power upon. In other words, anything that has to do with us, with our own being, we have power on. But Seth told me this a long time ago. He says, you have agreed that if you break an arm, you must go to the hospital. So that's what you get. It says, but the lizards, when they shed their tail, they've agreed that they can regrow it without any doctors. And they just, and think about it, you guys. Where is that tail coming from? A lizard can shed its tail. You can break its tail off and it will regrow it. Oh my God. But have you ever thought about that? Where does it come from? Where does it get the molecules to rebuild its tail? It just regrows it. So think about it. But it says, you guys, if you get a leg amputated, God forbid, or an arm amputated, you have agreed that you don't want to regrow it because that's part of your experience. So there you go. I mean, our body is nothing more. Thank you so much, Gwen. Thank you. Our body is nothing more than a bunch of molecules held together by the energy that makes us. And really, your body is nothing more than a reflection. Your body is nothing more than the outer reflection of your state of mind. This is so important, you guys. Your state of mind, whatever goes on in your mind, moment by moment by moment, redraws continuously your external appearance. I'm gaining weight, I'm gaining weight, I'm gaining weight, and your body, boom, I'm losing weight, boom, 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 boom. But it takes a while, of course. I'm getting a headache, boom, 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 and getting a headache. I'm losing my sight. Why do I see blurry all the time? Well, then the body has to rearrange itself. If you repeat it, if you say it or you think it, even think it, of course, enough times, you will lose your sight. I'm getting arthritis. Jesus, my knees hurt. I think I'm getting arthritis. I think I'm getting old. I think I'm getting, well, that's another thing. Getting old, it's one of the en masse agreements. We cannot change that. We can slow it down a little bit, but getting old, because, we gave ourselves a limited. Now, this is something very important, which I questioned a long time ago. I asked Seth, why are scriptures, it doesn't matter, Bible, whatever, why are they talking about people being 700 years old? When Moses became 800 years old, he had a child. Oh my God. I says, are these mistakes? He looks at me and he says, at that time, you guys did that. But then you changed the rules, he said. At that time, people could live that long. Isn't that amazing? So there you go. So we have en masse rules, which we have limited input or say on, and we have personal rules that we can change any way we want. So your state of mind, your understanding of yourself, your perception of what you think you are, your perception of your state of health, your perception of your state of, yes, Don, our bone regrows also, absolutely. But if we shed a limb, say, God forbid, a limb gets amputated for whatever reason, we don't regrow it. That's something that we have agreed upon. We have agreed that if we ingest poison, it's going to kill us. But this is very important. Actually, it just came to me. I watched the video the other night. Who was it? Craig. Yeah, Craig. What's his last name? He's I love him. I watch his videos all the time. He said there is a religious sect or religious group down the state, somewhere in the south, where they actually ingest a small portion of a very deadly poison as a ritual, and it doesn't hurt them. And the reason being is because they go into the semi-trance and they believe that that poison is not going to hurt them. If they did it outside of that trance, they would probably drop dead instantaneously. But they do it under the understanding and the agreement that it's not going to hurt them, and it doesn't hurt them. So it is possible. Of course, I'm not saying we should do that. But what I'm saying is the power of the mind is truly amazing. Truly amazing. So what's really important to me is that our externality, it's constantly waiting for us to tell it what to do. So there is a delay, of course. Our externality, not only our physicality, but also the things around us, our life, what we get out of life, is constantly waiting to know what your next order is. So I'm getting better, I'm getting worse, I'm finding a job, I'm losing a job, I'm getting wealthier, I'm getting richer, I'm getting sick, I'm getting well. You're constantly sending commands, orders out there, constantly, every moment of your life is another order. So this streaming of these orders that you constantly send out form your life. Yes, Susan, walking on how, absolutely. But when people don't believe it, they get burned. I mean, I would never do it, to be honest with you. I don't believe in doing this kind of things. I wouldn't ingest poison, of course, but it goes to show you that what you believe happens. So why are we talking about this? Because it's very important. Because if we know for a fact, it's been proven over and over and over that that is the case, and it couldn't be any other way. That is simply how the system was made. The system, the physical system, needs to know what to do next, what to give us next. How does it know? By what we think and what we say and what we speak. What you say becomes. And you don't have to say it, because the thinking it is as good and as powerful as saying, as uttering the actual words. So whatever you think, manifest. If you think long enough, some things take shorter, some things take longer, more or less time, but whatever you think, manifest. So if you don't like what's out there for you, instead of then complaining and blaming other people for it, don't blame yourself, but simply change your thoughts. And you guys, if I told you that it's easy, I would be lying to you. It's not easy, of course. And the reason is because, and of course, by me saying that it's not easy, I'm making it more difficult. But that's human beings for you. The reason being is because, we said many times before, there is a buffer, there is a time. There's a time in between when you think and when things happen. So once again, I said 1,000 times, if you think I'm getting the red Ferrari and it would drop over your head immediately, it would crush you. So, but if you think I am getting the red Ferrari, not only I'm getting, but you envision yourself already having it. But not only the red Ferrari, because you see, you guys, the red Ferrari is not enough. Because if you get a red Ferrari, but you haven't got the money to put the gas or to pay the insurance for it, then the universe ain't going to give you the red Ferrari, or it's going to give it to you, you're going to lose it immediately. Your state of mind has to match the red Ferrari. Your home, your income, your state of mind, because you ain't going to get money or wealth unless your state of mind matches it and makes you able to handle it. How many people win the lottery, win $50 million? A year later, they're broke because their state of mind did not match that type of money. They don't know what to do with it. They actually feel uncomfortable. I know a person myself. Guy won the lottery and bought my house. He won $14 million. He bought my house years ago. 2 years later, he was broke. He lost everything. Simply because he did not see himself as someone with that type of money. So the money cannot stick around. It just disappears. You find ways to spend it all the time. So it's not just a matter of winning the lottery or say, I want money, I want to be wealthy. No. You don't say, I want to be wealthy. You think of yourself as that level of wealth. You pretend, you envision yourself, you imagine yourself, you feel it inside. I am wealthy. Doesn't matter what the dollar amount is. I am wealthy. I deserve it. That's the way I am. And the circumstances around you, slowly but surely, will match your state of mind. But if you think, I want to be wealthy, but I don't want to be bothered with managing $10 million. Oh, that's too much trouble. I don't want to worry about my, well, then you what? Guess what? Cannot have both ways, you guys. It's either you are or you're not. So that's the conflict. We want to be rich, but we don't want to be bothered with managing that wealth. So we get exactly what we think we can manage. And that goes for money, that goes for health, that goes for relationships. You say, I want to be in a relationship, but I also enjoy being by myself. Well, guess what? Ain't going to work. You cannot have it both ways. It's just as simple as that. So it is best to clarify. The universe does not want wishy-washy ideas. because you confuse it. You need to focus and state clearly what you envision in your life. And it's really simple, you guys. A lot of people ask me, but what do I need to say? Do I need to meditate? Do I need to every day? Do I need to meditate for half an hour and say, I am healthy, I'm rich, I am powerful, I'm beautiful, I'm smart? No. Make it simple. Keep it simple. Just say, good things come to me. I attract good things. You don't have to worry about specifying all these little details. If you just put everything together in one bundle and say, good things come to me. That's it, done. You don't need to meditate. Meditating is good, of course, but the problem is when you meditate because you think you must, because you think that if you don't meditate, good things don't come to you, well, you just defeated the purpose, because you are meditating because you're afraid that good things won't come to you. But guess what? You are going to be kept afraid, and good things are not going to come to you. So just make it easy on yourself. Just say, good things come to me. Simple as that. Ain't easy. It's not easy, of course, but it's the way it works. It's the way it works. The problem is, the reason why it's not easy is because there's too many conflicting ideas. The news, our friends, our family even. You tell them, oh, good things come to me. Yeah, right. Are you kidding me? Life is hard, and we're here to suffer, and we're a bunch of little sinners, and we must pay for Adam and Eve's original sins. So it's in our DNA, you guys. It's in our DNA. We have suffered a lot for centuries, millennia. So we are scared. We're hurt. So now these new ideas 20 years ago started circulating about the law of attraction, and you can attract good things to you. And then the circuit came out, the movie The Secret, the book The Secret. And now everybody's talking about this law of attraction, which is the natural law. This is the way it works. And now in 20 years or in 2 years, we want to change millions of years of indoctrination that nothing comes easy in life, and we must work for everything, and we must suffer, and we must pay the piper for something we never had anything to do with. So it's possible, but it's not easy, because it's internal. It's internalized in our DNA. But of course, every little bit helps. The good part is that one positive thought has the power of 100 negative thoughts. So whenever you catch yourself thinking negative thoughts, unless you want to, for whatever reason, just replace them with a positive thought. I cannot do this. Yes, I can. Sure, I can. I can do anything I want. If I want to, I can do anything I want. So it's just the way you approach life and the way you face everything. I always start things with the idea that I can. And if I don't know how, I'm going to learn as I do it or while I do it. And if I decide to do something, I do it. There's nothing, unless I don't want to or I don't like whatever it is, if I get into anything and I start it, I will finish it. So it's an attitude. It's not a matter of meditating all the time and reading all kinds of books. It's an attitude. Just put yourself on the good side of things, and good things will happen. It's as simple as that. Pretend until it's true. Of course, Susan. It's exactly right. Good things come to me. Exactly, Gwen. Exactly. But believe it. Don't even force it. Just naturally become. Don't worry about having to repeat it all the time. I've read books and I've seen videos. Oh, you must, when you drive 10 minutes, you must tell yourself, good things come to me. I'm good. I'm beautiful. I'm rich. No. Because if you do that, you're telling the universe that you need to do that. So you're going to be kept doing it, because the universe only understands now. What are you doing right now? So right now you are saying it because you're afraid that you must say it otherwise. So what the universe sees is that you are afraid, or you think you must. So then you kept afraid. It's as simple as that. So just make it a way of life. Look, you guys, I meditate once a month, if that. I meditate to just quiet my mind down. I don't meditate asking for things, or I want this, I want the Ferrari. No, I just quiet my mind down. That's it. It really helps. But just assume the state of mind, adopt the state of mind that things come easy to you. But you're good at everything, and great things happen to you. You're a natural magnet for good things. And after a while, but don't say it every day, because if you say it every day, it defeats the purpose. Just your mind, it's convinced that good things come to you. Simple as that. So all of a sudden, you're going to get checks in the mail that you don't even know where they're coming from. The government sends you some money, some old friend. You guys, it happens to me. It happens to me. I get a check in the mail for $170. Oh, Marco, I owe you this money from 2 years ago. I'm sorry, I couldn't pay you before. Okay, no problem. I don't even remember these people sometimes, or the government sends you $400, $200, $1,200, whatever. So it just doesn't matter. Or you find $50 at Safeway or something on the floor. I mean, it's just crazy the way it works. But it is, because you see, the universe also likes to have fun. This is very important. I didn't believe it. When Seth told me the universe likes to have fun, I'm going to tell you a little story that just happened to me a couple of weeks ago. When Seth told me the universe likes to have fun, I said, what are you talking about? The universe is not a person, I said. So Marco, the universe is God. God likes to have fun. God is not just a serious person, punish this guy and punish the other guy, always angry and always, No. God is just a bigger one of us. It's just us amplified. So just like you like to have fun, God likes to have fun. God plays pranks on you. It's amazing, but it's true. So let me tell you what just happened to me 2 weeks ago. I went to see my son in Ontario. So, guys, this is crazy. So, two legs, of course, Calgary, Winnipeg. And then, so what happened was, my seat was 18A window. So this really nice Indian, East Indian gentleman was sitting on 18B next to me. So, we start talking and start talking about my book, and the flight went really fast because, we really clicked together, right? So we landed, and he said, "Geez, I wish we could continue this conversation. It's so interesting." I said, "Me too," it says. But he says, in any case, he says, all the best. We shook hands and we lost sight of each other. You guys, I hope you believe me what I'm telling you. I'm telling you the honest truth. This is crazy. So now 2 hours in Winnipeg, I walk around a little bit. So now I start walking towards my next gate. And so I'm sitting there, and somebody knocks it, after 10 minutes, knocks on my shoulder. Says, "You're here again." He says, "It was the same guy, but this is nothing yet." "Oh," he says, "you're going such and such." "Yes." I said, "You too?" "Wow." I said, "What a coincidence." Okay. So, he sits a few seats away from me in the waiting room there at the gate. So then, of course, we get on the airplane. And I always, by the way, guys, when I get on a flight, I'm always the last one. I don't rush. I don't push people. I wait until everybody's on board. I am always the last. There's no point rushing because the airplane ain't going anywhere. So let everybody put the luggage on and everything and push each other. And I don't do that. I just wait. 1 minute after the whole gate is clear, that's when I get on the airplane. So I make my way on the airplane, and my seat was 34A. I like the window. I always book the window, right? So 34A. So I go towards the back of the airplane, and I look, 32, 33. Guess who was there? The same guy from before. And I says, wait a minute. He starts laughing. He says, don't tell me you're sitting here again. I says, 34A. I says, oh my God. You guys, we were sitting next to each other again. The same configuration. So before I was 18A, it was 18B. Now I was 34A, it was 34B. So can you believe it? Can you imagine? Can you imagine the coincidence of being on the same flight again and sitting next to each other again the same way we were sitting before? So I told him, you know what? This is too spooky as I'm not sitting next to you. And I said a couple of rows in front of him, and we just started laughing. It was just too much. But this is how the universe has fun, you guys. Because I said, when I was waiting at the gate, the waiting room, the thought came to my mind, and I said, wouldn't it be amazing? I says, it would just be too much if that same guy would be on the same flight again. Because we just needed to keep on talking, that we just couldn't end the conversation. And it just came to me. And sure enough, he was on the same flight, but not only that, he was sitting next to me again. It's just crazy, guys. So think about it. Of course, coincidence, but no, these things happen to me on a daily basis. Can you talk yourself into staying free of any more accidents, Marco? Well, Susan, look, what do you think? Simple as that. That's the answer right there. If you think you can, you will. If you think you can't, then you can't. You're the boss of your own life. Of course, if in your life agreement there is a accident that you prepared ahead of time before you came onto earth because you wanted to experience something, chances are you're going to experience it. But Seth says nothing is cast in stone. Nothing. When you come to planet Earth, every time you energize a body, you lay out rough guidelines, a rough blueprint of what you would like to experience, more or less. And sometimes you just come as a volunteer, simply because you're volunteering for somebody else. Because if that person needs to experience certain things, and you lend your time, because from the soul standpoint, we haven't got no watches, no calendars. Time, it's all now. So you volunteer all lifetime for the sake of a friend or the sake of another fellow spirit, for whatever they need to. So, but can you prevent yourself from having accidents, even though it's in your blueprint, life blueprint? Yes, you can. All you need to do is believe it. Believe it. I'm accident free. For the rest of my life, no more accidents. No more accidents. I'm done. So of course I should be starting saying that myself, because I already had 3 bad ones. So, but that's how I come to understand it. I might not believe you, but the same exact thing happened to me. And the person and see right next, exactly, Don. Isn't it crazy? But you guys, I mean, these type of things happen to me all the time, daily basis, on a daily basis. So I don't even question anymore. It is actually the way it's supposed to be. It's the way it's supposed to be. When you don't get this type of coincidences, it's because you don't believe, or because you don't accept that that's how the universe works, and you don't accept that the universe likes to have fun with you. God likes to have fun. Simple as that. But if you let go like as I have, I just say, okay, I understand it. Let's have fun. God, let's have some fun here. I trust you 100%. I'm part of you. You're part of me. I am you. I work for you. I'm employed by you. My purpose in life is to experience my life on your behalf, meaning everything I do, you do it automatically because you are me. So if you let go and you stop questioning it, then it just goes on automatic. I do not question any of that. I'm thankful for it. I'm think about it. I've got the best employer in the universe. And so do you. All you have to do is believe it. Why fight it? You can't fight God. Think about it. Just accept it. Be thankful and go with it. Simple as that. So how are we doing for time? We're doing great. It was fun, guys. So we're gonna do it again next Wednesday, same time. Is there any other question, any other comments before we close the evening? Corporate coincidence, absolutely, Susan, absolutely. It's amazing. This happens to me all the time. I mean, it's ridiculous on a daily basis. Not only I think of somebody I haven't seen in 2 years, they call me, or I get an email or something. I mention somebody's name and they just show up. It's like out of the blue. Me and my son, we have so much fun because, I mean, it's amazing. We talk about people and they show up 5 minutes later. People I haven't seen in 2 years. Or I say, so-and-so is going to call me. Boom, 2 minutes later. I guess when somebody's thinking of you, if somebody's thinking, Susan, suppose a friend of yours is thinking, I should call Susan. What happens is she sends or he sends an energy out there, it sends a signal. And of course, because they're thinking of you, Susan, you're going to think of them. It's perfectly normal. So when you think of someone for no reason, it's because they're thinking of you. And when you think of someone, you come to their mind. They think of you automatically. So if somebody says, I am going to call Susan or Gwen or Dawn, you automatically going to get the message. Now, of course, why is it that not everybody gets that? Very simple, because you don't believe it. Because you don't believe it, that's how it works. Because you're resisting it. So the universe has nothing to prove you or to you. The universe will only open up when you open up. So I came to realize and accept and thankful that that's how it works. And believe me, you guys, it's very helpful because you get warnings ahead of time, good and bad. When your gut feeling tells you something, you better listen. Don't say, this is just me thinking. No, it's not. Your gut feeling is your antenna. It's connected to the universe. It's in the universe. It can feel things. So that's it. We're going to end it at that. But you got it, Susan. Okay, you guys. So very thankful for having you as friends, and I'm blessed. And let's continue this next Wednesday. Any particular topics, just put it on my timeline and we'll do our best to cover them. But this is beautiful. This is wonderful. It's great to be back. And you guys have a wonderful rest of the evening, and may all there is bless you all, and happiness and love to you all. Okay? Thank you, guys. Good night. Thank you, Susan.